and leaving the yard. Time and again, it's just too unbelievable. He hits it really hard with a full swing, and he still hits it really far with a partial swing, and that wasn't his best swing, but boy, it was one of his best moments as a golfer.
How about Ohtani hitting that solo homer the first inning on his bobblehead day for his dog? That's courtesy of Sportsnet LA. Joining us from Sportsnet LA, Jerry Hairston Jr., analyst for the LA Dodgers. You can follow him on X and Twitter at The Real J Harrod. He joins us down the right to the guest line. So do you have a decoy bobblehead? Did you get one, Jerry?
The decoy.
I have not gotten a decoy bobblehead, but I will get one. I actually have been off the last week. A little vacation time for me and the kids. So I've been watching a lot of Dodger games, and I've been enjoying it. And I will get my decoy bobblehead when I get back.
That's awesome. He's rewriting the record books on the field as well as off the field in business, all the Topps new deal that he did, and, of course, what happened the other night with decoy and bobblehead and the dog throwing out the first pitch. And, I mean, this has got to be cool for you. You've been around some superstars when you played in the league for so many years. They've been your teammates, Derek Jeter. I mean, what is it about this guy that just makes him just so impressive?
Well, I just heard the home run he hit on his bobblehead day, and before that, he had his dog decoy throughout the first pitch. What he did was he had his dog decoy, get to the mound, have the ball, then run to the plate and hand him the baseball. On his off day, he went to Dodger Stadium and trained his dog to do that for his bobblehead night. Talk about attention to detail. He is so methodical about everything he does in his life. So it's not surprising with his talent, with his speed, his power, and his dedication to his craft. He is just, really starting to kind of set records and really going to, if you think about this, guys, right now he's sitting at 42 home runs and stolen bases. He legitimately has a chance to get 50-50. That is unheard of. I've never heard of a player even thinking about doing that, but he has a serious chance to do so. And oh, by the way, I hear he's a pretty good starting pitcher when he gets the ball. And I hear we're going to get a chance to see him pitch next season. So he's definitely one of the best players I've ever seen. And, just looking at around the league, the landscape around the league, we are in a golden age of baseball, man, with Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt Jr. in Kansas City, Mookie Betts, Gunnar Henderson. You guys, Corbin Carroll, who had a slow start to the season. He has caught fire, and hopefully he cools down in the next 4 days. But he is another great game-changing type player. So right now, man, this is a great time to be a baseball fan.
You speak of Mookie Betts, 2 for 4 last night in your guys' victory over Baltimore. Jerry doesn't look like that big of a guy, but he just looks strong. He's like one of those thin, wiry, strong guys. Is it his bat speed? Is he a quick twitch kind of guy? Describe Mookie Betts, because I watch him and go, how the hell is a guy that size hit it that far?
Well, he's about 5'9", about 180, 85 pounds. But if you've ever been on a football field, if you've ever been on a basketball court, you have those guys that are wiry, strong,
yes,
that are just so put together and tight. They don't weigh a whole lot, but they're explosive. They could jump out of the gym. They could run a 3.40. They can leap and make a diving catch in the end zone. That's what Mookie Betts is. He's a wiry, strong, quick twitch athlete, and he generates so much power in the batter's box, uses his entire frame, and has so much torque when he's swinging the baseball bat. That's why he's able to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
Jerry, this team's stacked, as you know, but injuries have played a big part in this team this year. Is the roster starting to come back with some of these guys that have been hurt?
Well, we're hoping. We just got Max Muncy back.
Yep.
Mookie Betts was out for about 2.5 months. Tyler Glass, now, word is hopefully he'll be back. As we know, you guys know he is an ace. Hopefully we get him back in a few weeks. Yamamoto just had a rehab start, and all signs point to that he should be coming back in the next couple of weeks or so. Listen, every team has injuries. You guys have dealt with injuries. Nobody's going to feel sorry for the Dodgers. Nobody's going to feel sorry for anybody. You got to go out there and play your best baseball, especially now. We're heading in September and heading into the postseason. No matter whether you're healthy or not, you got to go out there and put a team out there together and perform. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. So hopefully, for the Dodgers' sake, they'll get all their pieces back in the next couple of weeks.
Jerry, it looks like you guys started to catch a little fire. I know you had won 7 out of 10. Looks like going back to that Seattle and Tampa series, you guys put, 5, 6 in a row. Seems like the team kind of got off the schneid and things started to come together.
It started to come together. Listen, and I think the players would agree with me. We have yet to play our best baseball. We have not played great baseball. We played good. We won games. We got some home runs to put us ahead. Gotten pretty good pitching. Our bullpen has been outstanding, really the entire season. We're 14th in Major League Baseball with hitters hitting and running in scoring position. I think to be a championship team, you got to be top 7, top 5, and hopefully the Dodgers the next month or so find their swing, especially with our scoring position. So, they have yet to hit their stride. Hopefully they hit their stride at the right time.
And it seems as though it took a little while longer to get Clayton Kershaw up to speed. Is he finally up to speed? And hopefully the back and the neck and everything else won't come back to haunt him. But did it take a little longer? Was that just to err on the side of caution with him, Jerry?
It was the err on the side of caution. This was the first time he ever had shoulder surgery. So they wanted to kind of really slow play it, make sure that he was strong for the second half of the season. Listen, Clayton Kershaw is not going to throw 97 miles an hour anymore. That's not his game. But what he can do, he can still get big league hitters out. Great movement on his slider. Sometimes it acts like a cutter. He has a changeup now that he's implemented. So he's a 4-pitch pitcher to go along with that curveball. So Clayton understands, gone are the days of 97, 98. He's got to be able to pitch at sometimes 88, sometimes 92. But he's one of the most fiercest competitors I've ever seen. And you give him the ball, man, he's going to compete.
Jerry, I want to go back to Ohtani, and you as a former big leaguer, your brother, your dad, you've been around this game a long time. There is a somewhat of an argument, a fun argument in regards to MVP, DH getting the MVP. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I think, the DH, is something that obviously is just one-sided. I always believe that you should play both sides of the ball. But that being said, what are your numbers? What kind of impact do you have on your team? And I think Shohei Ohtani, his impact is MVP worthy. We just talked about his numbers, hitting around 300, his runs scored, 42 stolen bases to go along with 42 home runs. I think he gets 45, 45, 50, 50. If he gets 50, 50, I think he's unanimous MVP. But again, I've always get to play both sides of the ball. A guy like a Bobby Wood Jr., who plays a demanding position at shortstop, plays a really good shortstop, and also hits for high average, has home runs scored. Him and Aaron Judge we battle out in the American League, but Shohei Ohtani is a different animal, man. He's game changing, even just with that bat in his hand. So right now, I say he is an MVP favorite for the National League. And I think Aaron Judge and Bobby Wood Jr. are the favorites in the American League.
And Jerry, to that point, when you look at his stats, you always want something that jumps off the page to support that argument for the DH. His slugging percentage is .613. His on-base percentage is .990. What? I mean, talk about something that jumps off the page.
Well, here's the deal. It's called impact. What kind of impact does he have on winning? And I mentioned earlier, we lost Mookie Betts for, little over 2 months. We lost Max Muncy for about 3 months. We've missed Glasnow now, Yamamoto for a couple months. Ohtani's been that really one constant in the lineup every single day producing. So he's helped get us to 80 wins so far. Right now, the Dodgers have the best record in the National League with all of the injuries, and they've yet to play their best baseball. So the big reason for that is impact by Shohei Ohtani on the base pass and at the plate.
Jerry, enjoy the time at home and watching your Dodgers here at Chase Field. And as always, man, thanks for making some time for us, buddy. Appreciate you.
You guys, I'm so happy that the Diamondbacks, man, have been playing really good baseball. Isn't this fun?
Oh, it's
I love it.
In September, you want teams to be in it because it's fun for everybody. And I love that our division is competitive because these are meaningful games. Iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely. That's Jerry Hairston Jr. You can follow him on Twitter X, The Real J Hair. He is part of the Spectrum Sportsnet Los Angeles, does the pre, post, does all the analysis for the LA Dodgers, and always nice enough to be on with us. Today, Jerry,
and you know what?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna make one more point. Another thing too is we respect you guys so much, so I say it all the time. The D-backs are the defending national league champs. Until they get knocked off, you have to view them as such. So trust me, the Dodgers highly respect the D-backs.
I love it. It's become a good rivalry too, which the Diamondbacks need a rivalry. The Dodgers have always had a rivalry with the Giants and other teams, but this is great for baseball. It's great for this young city, young professional baseball city. So let's hope they just keep battling it out. It'll make for a fun October, that's for sure. Thank you, Jerry.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
You got it. Jerry Hairston Jr. joining us. Brought to you by All City Towing. They are hiring, and they have a bunch of different jobs: dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, customer service personnel. They got great benefits. They have a healthy 401k employer match, as well as employer-paid life insurance. How about that? And a monthly fuel allowance. So if you're ready to take your career to the next level, visit them online at allcitytowing.com. That's All City Towing, where your future is on the move. Well, hurry up, Americans. You have 212 million hot dogs that you have to eat by Tuesday. I'll tell you what that's all about. And believe it or not, August is about over. So some things